All right, we put together some documents, some files that would help us write legals in Civil 3D. The things you're going to need to do some of this work is a drawing, obviously, that's going to have some Civil 3D parcel objects in them. We're working with the tool space, toolbox, tab. We'll look at some of the toolbox report settings. And keep in mind the HTML format. That's the output format of the document from the legal document from the toolbox. We have the ability to open that HTML file in Microsoft Word to make modifications to the document, adding fuller or more robust descriptions, things like that. And then we can save that HTML document from Microsoft Word down to a Microsoft Word document so that you can go back in there, open it, and work with it like you normally would. So anyhow, if you have any questions, please email me. Otherwise, take a look at the video and we'll go from there. Again, if you have questions, let me know. I appreciate the opportunity to do this and that you guys brought this up to us, brought it to our attention, that sort of thing. So anyhow, thanks. Okay, we're starting with a new drawing here. I've got a Civil 3D parcel in here. We can come back up to the tool space. And if you do not have the toolbox tab on your tool space area, you'll want to come back up to the home tab, palettes, panel area, and pick on the actual toolbox. That should add that to your tool space. Once you've got it into your tool space, you should be able to drop down this EACG custom reports. I sent an email with this video link, and you will have to have Michael add this particular file onto your C drive. You'll need administrative rights to do that, but we do have the file attached, and I will send this to Michael as well so he's aware of this. But anyhow, once you've dropped that file in your local drive, you should be able to see the EACG custom reports. And then here we've got parcels. And what we've done here is we've set up a Phoenix, Arizona legal description report. So in order to run the report, one can right click on the report and go to the execute. And once it's executed, it brings in this export to XML report. And what we can do here is we can either hit OK and run through all of this, or we can just say pick from drawing. And so you'll have to pick the text in order to get the parcel. So once you have the parcel, you'll hit return and you'll hit OK. And then you'll take this HTML file and you'll store that out in your working directory. So wherever you need to store it, so K drive, so on and so forth. I'm going to put it right here on my temporary drive, on my local drive. I'll hit save. And again, that's a different format, but that format, we can open that up in Windows, Microsoft Windows, and make the necessary changes and things that we're going to need, to describe how do you get to your commencing point, things like that. So, but from the get, you can see on this tab here it says Phoenix, Arizona, Legal 1. So that's parcel 1. And then now you can see your exhibit, and you can kind of see the makeup. And hopefully this is what you're looking for. But you can kind of see the makeup of what the legal description is starting to look like. These EACG insert data, I gave those areas or breaks so that you could fill in the necessary information to describe the legal in more depth. And when we open this up in Microsoft Word, these will be highlighted with a red line underneath it, indicating the spelling is not correct. And you'll see this EACG insert data in a couple other areas as well. But for the most part, I think we've done what you're asking. Go ahead and take a look at it. Make sure that it's going to work for you. If you need some other changes or whatnot, definitely let us know. So at this point, I'm just going to close this down. And then what we'll do here is we will go out to File Explorer. And in File Explorer, we'll go out to our K drive or wherever we save this file. Mine again is on the temp, my local drive. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick on that. And then here is the, I'm going to sort it by date. I'm sorry. And here is the new file here. So what I want to do here is I want to right click on this and I'm going to say open with. Then I'm going to go ahead and choose Microsoft Word or Word Desktop. So I'm going to go ahead and pick on that. And once I've got that the document inside of Word, then I can save it as a Word document and continue to modify it and edit it the way that we are accustomed to. So some of the things you may want to do is maybe configure your centering or how your justification. How do you want this? So maybe that goes in the center, things like that. I notice here sometimes that kind of does that if you don't kind of mess with the document for a minute. So it's just a matter of getting familiar with working with Microsoft Word. But hopefully you can see kind of what you're dealing with, and it should look familiar and it should look pretty close to what you're hoping to have. So again, please let me know if we need to do something different. Again, in Word you can take out what you don't want, add the descriptions here, and you can see that red line like I said. But now at this point what we'll do is come to the file, and then we can go down and say save as. I'm going to go back out to my temp drive, and I'm just going to call this legal, and then I'll change the save as type. So you'll just want to go back and tell it it's a Word document. Once you save that, now you can just Control S or do your file saves as you're making your modifications, things like that. So now we could simply close this thing down. If we needed to go back into it later on, now we've got that legal, whatever your name is there, but it's a Word document, so you should be able to just double click on it, get back in there and make the modifications that you're going to need. So I'm going to close this down. So we're out of Microsoft Word. Couple things you need to think about as well is the settings for the toolbox reports. If the precision isn't correct, things like that, you can make some of the modifications here. So if you pick on the toolbox here, you can get into the edit report settings, and then what we want to do here is go into the parcels area. And so you've got your line segment length, you got your precisions, curve length, here's your delta, angle, stuff like that. So if you need to make some of those changes to the output for precision, things like that, this is where you would make these changes. So if you need help with that a little bit more, you can definitely give me a call and we can go through it on one-to-one. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. Please give me some feedback and let us know what you think, if we need to make some changes, that sort of thing. And I appreciate you guys bringing this up to us so we had the opportunity to be able to make this report for you, and maybe we can use it or make other reports for different things that we need to do, alignments, points, stakeouts, things like that. So just kind of keep that in mind. There's a lot going on inside this reports area here. Now, as I say that, keep in mind this as well. We've got custom reports here, so we need to make these files work the way we want them. But if you look down in here in the reports manager, there's a lot of defaults. So like I was saying, for alignments, points, that sort of thing. So if you think of a report that you kind of need, maybe look at this report manager. Again, this is the default out of box, but maybe take a look at it and see what are some of the options for reports from Civil 3D. I appreciate it. Thank you.